stand the heat. Get out the season. Greetings. Welcome to A Global Report. My name is Donnie Glover, publisher of BeMoreNews.com. During our trip to Tanzania a year ago, we had the opportunity to meet with Pete and Charlotte O'Neill. For those who may not know, Felix Pete O'Neill Jr. was the chairman of the Kansas City chapter of the Black Panther Party. And on October 30th, 1969, he was arrested for the transporting of a gun across the state line, a law that came into effect just 2 weeks prior to that, according to Wikipedia. In exile since 1969, he's lived in Algeria and Tanzania, and we did have a chance to visit him at a center that he and his wife founded, his wife Charlotte, the United African Alliance Community Center in the village of Mbasini, which is right next door to Arusha, where we stayed. So this is for the Black Panthers, for those people who would struggle, even for Assata Shakur, the woman who's living now in exile in Cuba, better known as, or also known as Joanne Chesimard. But as we go into Black History Month, let us be mindful of those people who made the sacrifices. Your Harriet Tubmans, your Denmark Vesey's, your Nat Turners, your W.E.B. Du Bois's, and all of the people who dared lay down their lives, who dared risk their freedom for others to live. You've been watching the Global Report. This is part 2. We want you to check out this clip, and we'll see you in a second.
We feel that all of us have an obligation to work our fingers to the bone to try to build the kind of egalitarian society that we have to build. You know, the world is, with these technological developments, the world is rapidly shrinking. And regardless of your personal views of what you like and you don't like, we are going to have to find a way to come together to try to solve some of the problems that we're confronted with. This is what we've dedicated ourselves to. So we welcome everybody of goodwill. And we're all here together. So Karibuni sana.
So how do students get to go, I'm sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions. How do students get to go to school here?
First of all, they have to exhibit a strong desire to learn. If they come and they apply. And when we have, I don't even go around when they have, because we'll have 500-600 people outside that gate and we can't take them all, you know. And so they're doing interviews, my wife and the teachers. We have a very strong, dedicated group of volunteers, Tanzanians, people from the West who just commit their lives to making this thing happen. And so people are chosen not so much based upon how smart they are, but how strong their desire is. And once we've got that going, you know, there's a great thirst for knowledge in Tanzania. I recently read in the paper that of students that apply to go to secondary school, 5,000 could not go because there isn't any space. 5,000 young people cannot go to secondary school because the space does not exist. And even of those that are going, am I correct in that, gentleman, on my numbers? I think I am. I'm pretty sure. Are the numbers correct that you know of? I'm asking. I think they're correct. And even those that are selected, they have to come up with the fees. You know, that's the next problem, you know. So what we're doing, we hope, is plugging the dike a little bit, you know, and offering an alternative. So that's what we do. And,
now, are the children strictly from this community?
we have people that come as far away from, hey sister, Jambo, Marahaba. We have people that come as far away as Arusha town. We've even had people come from further places away. You know, they'll come here, and a lot of people stay with us. We're, well, very frankly, we're old socialists. This is the way we, yeah, that's us, you know. Not hiding there, I'm an old socialist. You know, socialism is not working this day, but that's my ideological point of departure. And so I don't believe in bosses and underlings. I don't believe in workers and bosses. So we function as an extended family. We have no workers here. Nobody gets paid a salary. If I can hustle up a stipend, I give it, you know. We live, we work, we eat together, and just try to go through life as a
Mr. O'Neill,
Yes, sir.
there's some young people in America, particularly black youth.
Yes, sir.
Any message to them,
Yes, sir.
particularly the hip hop quote unquote generation?
Yes, sir. I would love to. First, I'd like to welcome them very warmly and tell them that how very proud I am that they have developed such a very powerful tool. I am not. I do not. I can't claim to listen to hip hop a great deal, but I recognize it for what it is. It's a powerful, powerful tool that has encircled the globe. Young people of all races and cultures are into hip hop music. I would implore them to try to make that as positive and as relevant as possible. We just recently held a hip hop conference here, and we had hip hop artists from all over the country and from other countries as well. And the theme of that conference was to transform this medium into something that's uplifting for our people, and as a matter of fact, for people throughout the world. You know, I think they have that opportunity.
Is there a certain responsibility that comes with it?
I think there is, very definitely. I think people have to back away from, you know, I'm not trying to be prudish or anything, but I think they have to back away from some of the negativity that is often associated with hip-hop music. And that, of course, would be some of the disrespectful way in which women are referred to. There's references to drugs and sex. That's absolutely not necessary.
Materialism?
Materialism, of course, is a big thing. But it would be far more important if they could use this to strike a resonant chord on something that would push our people primarily forward. And then hopefully that would trickle down to the rest of the people. I should hope so. But in any event, much love and support, and above all, respect.
Education in the States.
Education in the States.
We wear $200 tennis shoes. Christmas time comes around, people still go buck wild crazy buying things they can't afford, particularly in the black community.
At the same time, I've had people ask me if they could drive to Africa. I think that I believe that the educational standard, I think they recruit, and I don't want to be disrespectful. I think people aren't trying to be anyway unfair or anything, but this is the truth. For a great many people, the phrase the dumbing down of America rings true. It really does. I had very, very, very little formal education. And all of the education that I've had, I've taught myself or was taught in other institutions. Education is a very, very, very important thing. If nothing more than expanding the boundaries of your ability to grasp the world as it is, or perhaps as it should be. I would hope that people would take advantage of educational opportunities and utilize them to the maximum.
We'd like to thank you for watching the Global Report. This is part 2. We're going to try to bring you some more. My name is Donnie Glover, publisher of BeMoreNews.com. Special thank you to our executive producer, Mr. Corey Mathis. And again, do check out globalvessels.org. It's all about helping the children here and abroad. Support the children. Support the future. Support globalvessels.org. Thank you.